These figures are painted in a deep reddish-brown pigment. We see humans riding animals, wielding weapons, and confronting what appears to be a massive, roaring beast. For the vast majority of our history, there was no paper and no written language. In this silence, the record of human experience was entirely oral, subject to the limits of memory. This gap in the record often leads to the assumption that prehistoric humans were purely survivalists. People focused entirely on the immediate needs of food and shelter. But creating complex scenes like this required a significant investment of time. People had to locate specific minerals, carefully process the pigments, and select a suitable rock canvas. These were not the actions of simple survivalists. They were the actions of people documenting their lives. These reddish-brown strokes provide a tangible record of early human perspective. They allow us to observe the specific fears, rituals, and environments of the subcontinent's inhabitants tens of thousands of years ago. The artists worked with a palette derived from earth minerals. They primarily used iron oxides for red, manganese or charcoal for black, and limestone for white. This tradition was not a brief moment in time. It spanned an immense chronological distance, beginning in the Upper Paleolithic and continuing through the Mesolithic and Chalcolithic eras. Excavations show that these rock faces were used repeatedly across generations. We often find a base of black pigment covered by a layer of red, with white paint applied on the very top. This layering shows that subsequent artists were aware of the work that came before them. By painting over and around existing figures, different generations engaged in a continuous dialogue on the same rock surface. Over thousands of years, the rock shelters accumulated these perspectives, turning the stone into a collaborative archive of human activity. The distribution of these sites is vast. They are scattered across the Indian subcontinent, each region developing its own distinct visual style. In the northern hills of Uttarakhand, specifically at the site of Lakudiyar, the art takes on a highly patterned form. The style here is abstract. Artists focused on long, repeating wavy lines and geometric patterns rather than individual figures. Even when humans are depicted, the emphasis is on the group. This row of figures, shown holding hands, highlights a focus on collective or communal action. Further south, at sites like Kup Galu and Pikli Hall, the style shifts. These artists use the local granite boulders as a canvas for white and red pigments, focusing on the fauna of the region. The most extensive concentration of this art is found in the Vindhya Hills of Madhya Pradesh, at Bhimbetka. Discovered by Dr. V.S. Wakankar, this complex contains nearly 800 rock shelters. 500 of them contain original paintings, representing one of the largest collections of prehistoric art in the world. The scenes at Bhimbetka are highly descriptive. They depict specific activities like hunting with bows and arrows, gathering honey from hives, and animals in combat. From geometric patterns in the north to high-action hunting scenes in the center, these regional variations provide a diverse visual vocabulary for prehistoric India. Returning to this scene of confrontation, we can see the combination of these regional techniques. It balances the communal focus we saw in the north with the dynamic individual action found at Bhimbetka. While we cannot be certain of the exact narrative, whether it is a shamanic ritual or a literal hunt, the intent to document a specific moment is clear. These images show that prehistoric humans possessed the ability to translate complex experiences into a permanent visual medium. By selecting sheltered rock faces and utilizing durable mineral pigments, these artists created a record that outlasted their own civilizations. These cave walls represent the first instances of human perspective surviving across millennia. They are the origin of permanent media, the first time human thought was anchored to a surface.